Hello and welcome back to the channel. So in this lecture we are going to see about traditional data mining life cycle methodologies such as CRISP methodology as well as the SEMM methodology. So this is the continuation of our big data analytics tutorial. So in the first lecture we have seen all about the basic concept of big data. So before going to the data life cycle, we need to first understand some traditional data mining life cycles. So without further ado, let's get into it. So in order to provide a framework to organize the work needed by an organization, deliver some clear insights from the big data, it is very useful to implement a cycle with different stages. So it is by no means linear. So it means that all stages are related with each other. So this cycle has some superficial similarities with the more traditional data mining cycle that we will see now. So the first methodology is CRISP-DM methodology, which stands for the cross-industry standard process for data mining. So this is the cycle which describes the commonly used approach that a data mining expert use to tackle the problems in the traditional BI data mining. So it is still being used in the traditional BI data mining teams. So the figure that I have given here will show us the major stages of the life cycle as described by the CRISP-DM methodology and how they are interrelated. So we will discuss these stages one by one. Before that, let's discuss the brief history of CRISP-DM technology. So it was conceived in the 1996 and the next year it underway as a European Union project under the ESPRIT funding initiative. So the project was led by the 5 companies which are SPSS, Teradata, Daimler AG, NCR Corporation and some insurance company known as OHRA. So the project was finally incorporated into SPSS. So this methodology is extremely detail oriented in how the data mining project should be specified. So now we will see the stages involved in a CRISP-DM lifecycle. The first one is business understanding. So as the name suggests, this initial phase focuses on understanding the project objectives and the requirements from a business perspective. And then it converts this knowledge into a data mining problem definition. So this preliminary plan is designed for achieving the objective. The second stage is data understanding. So the data understanding phase starts with an initial data collection and continues with the activities in order to get more familiar with the data that we're dealing with. For identifying the data quality problems, also for discovering some first insights into the data, or for detecting the interesting subsets to form a hypothesis for a hidden information. So this was all comes under the data understanding stage. The third stage is data preparation. So this stage covers all the activities for constructing a final data set, which is nothing but the data which will be fed into the modeling tools from the initial raw data. So this data preparation tasks are likely to be performed multiple times and not in any prescribed order. So this task includes table, record and attribute selection as well as the transformation and cleaning of the data for the modeling tools. So which means our next stage will be the modeling stage. So in this phase, various modeling techniques are selected and applied and the parameters are calibrated to optimal values. So typically there are several techniques for the same data mining problem type. So some techniques have some specific requirements on the form of data. So therefore it is often required to step back to the data preparation phase. So this was all about the modeling stage in the CRISP-DM life cycle. The next stage is very important, which is evaluation. So in this stage, you have to build a model which will appear and have a high quality from the data analysis perspective. So before proceeding to the final deployment of model, it is very important for evaluating the model very thoroughly and review the steps which are executed for constructing that model. So to certain it properly will achieve the business objectives. So the key objectives is for determining if there are some important business issues that have not sufficiently considered. So at the end of this phase, a decision on use of data mining results should be reached. The next and the final stage is deployment stage. In this stage, creation of the model is generally not the end of the project. So even if the purpose of model is to increase knowledge of the data, the knowledge gain will need to be organized and presented in a way that it will be useful for the clients. So depending on the requirement, the deployment phase can be simple as generating a report or as complex as implementing the repeatable data scoring or the data mining process. So this was all about all the stages involved in the CRISP DM lifecycle. So in many cases, it will be the customer and not the data analyst who will carry out all this deployment phase. Even if the analyst deploys the model, it is very important for the customer for understanding the action which will need to be carried out in order to actually make use of that created model. So this was all about the CRISP DM methodology. Now we will see the second traditional methodology in data mining, which is SEMMA, which stands for Sample, Explore, Modify, Model and Assess. So this is the methodology developed by SAS company for data mining modeling. So let's discuss the different stages involved in this life cycle. So the first stage is sample. So this process will start with a data sampling. So which means selecting a data for modeling. So the data set should be large enough for containing the sufficient information to retrieve, but yet it should be small enough to be used efficiently. And this phase also deals with the data partitioning. So what is data partitioning? That I think we have already discussed in our data warehouse tutorial. So if you want to refer it, I have provided the link in the description below. The next stage is explore. So this phase covers the understanding of data by discovering the anticipated and unanticipated relationship between the variables and also the abnormalities with the help of data visualization. The next stage is modify. So as the name suggests, it will contain to select, create and transform the variables in preparation for the data modeling. The next stage is model. So in the model phase, we will focus on applying some various modeling techniques on the prepared variables in order for creating the models that possibly provide the desired outcome. And the last stage will be assess. So the evaluation of modeling results will show the reliability and usefulness of the created models. So this was all the stages involved in this SEMMA methodology. But wait a minute, what will be the difference between these two methodologies? So the main difference is the SEMMA focuses on the data modeling aspect, whereas the CRISP DM gives the more importance to the stages of cycle prior to the modeling, such as understanding the business problem, as well as the understanding and pre-processing of the data and so on. So I hope you got the clear idea what are the different traditional data mining life cycles. So in the next lecture, we are going to see the big data life cycle and why it is different from this traditional data mining cycles. So if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel and also ring the notification bell to get the latest updates. And don't forget to follow us on our social media that I have linked in the description below. Thanks for watching.